Because 2015 when Poland was saying no, Poland were the bad guys.
Yeah.
So now those bad guys are bringing the problem to them. The problem is they're not bringing 1,000, they're bringing 11,000.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be checking out Germany dumps thousands of illegal migrants in Poland.
How?
Like
How's
how?
it possible?
I thought they have border.
Border, yeah. Germany is a country of its own. Poland is a country of their own. Okay.
I thought the illegal migrants, they would just take it to the original country you're coming from.
I don't know, it does not make
That's
sense.
not how it works.
No surprise.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What are you doing here? We are from Somalia.
Poland has the reputation of being one of the countries in Europe with the most sensible migration policy, except Poland right now is being rocked by a massive migration scandal.
As we speak, Poland's border is currently under attack from Germany. They are unloading vanfuls of illegal immigrants.
Tak działa policja niemiecka właśnie. Wyładowali uchodźców.
Przejście graniczne. Tutaj Gestapo z SS podrzucają inżynierów. Następni Somalijczycy. Świeżutka dostawa.
What's happening? 10 years after Angela Merkel declared Verschaffen da.
It does not make sense.
Yeah.
It's just like I have, for instance, 10 kids. I'll just dump 5 in
My neighbor's house.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. That's how it is.
That's how it is. Why did I take the my child to my husband's family?
Or
It's
grandparents.
related. Or to grandparents.
Grandparents.
This is a different country on its own.
Different policy.
And
Different
you know what's
people.
crazy? No, you know what's crazy? They tell you from say Somalia. Take them back to Somalia.
Yeah, they can really, they know where they're from.
This
It's
is
not like I don't know.
origin.
So why are you taking them to Poland? You say I'm from Poland.
Is the aircraft? Is it that far?
Okay,
The
or they don't want
fields?
to pay flight tickets or you
It
can all
doesn't
go.
make sense at all.
Ah,
You can't dump your responsibility on
On
another
someone else.
person. And looking at Poland,
Oh.
Poland is not that country. Is there any country that's Poland? No.
They have strict
I think I saw a video that
policy.
they
Yeah.
shoot
And there's
people
a
on the
reason why
border.
they do. So you
Yeah.
just can't enforce something like that on them.
Mhm.
Does not make sense.
Us in 2015, the Germans have had enough and they are now sending illegal migrants who have entered Germany away to other countries. They have sent at least 11,000 of their illegal migrants to Poland. Polish citizens are absolutely outraged by this and have set up citizen border controls at the
That's a good
Polish-German
one.
border
Yeah.
points. Let's dissect what's happening at the Polish western border and why Germany is pursuing this strategy of sending away illegals to Poland. Poland has a reputation online, especially in conservative circles, of having an incredibly staunch anti-illegal migration policy. Videos such as these have been going viral for years now. In this video, we can see
I think I have a lot to say. Why would I leave my hometown and go to somewhere I'm not welcomed? Like I'm forcing myself into that place. These immigrants, they have country, they have family,
They have homes.
they have homes, they have people they telephone every day.
Damn.
It doesn't make sense.
This is a very big headache. And looking at Poland culture, Poland have really suffered from so many things. So
Yeah,
many-
man. At some point, they lost their culture.
Oh, yes.
So they're trying not to
To
repeat
preserve
such.
their own
Yeah,
culture.
not-
So
because currently, the majority of the country that has high immigrant currently, they know what they are facing,
Yeah.
and they have their.
the Polish
Poland
army
does not
deploying
deserve
water
this
cannons
at all.
and spraying
Imagine the
illegal
immigrants.
migrants at the
They're
eastern
fighting.
border with
They're
water. Now,
fighting
this is all
go
happening
into
in
somebody's
2021.
house.
There was a wave of migrants organized within a hybrid warfare operation led by Russia and helped by Lukashenko's regime in Belarus of shipping illegal migrants from several countries in the Middle East and Northern Africa, bringing them through airports in Russia and in Belarus, and then busing them to the Polish border. And then the Belarusian army was pushing them across the border to try and destabilize Poland and NATO's eastern flank before the full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022. The Poles responded with absolute strength. They deployed the army on the border. Within a few months, a massive border wall was
Sorry,
built,
sorry.
stretching
So these guys, they do this thing to Poland from the inside
sorry, yeah. Disrupt.
to disrupt
So it's
their
political.
leadership. What?
So immigration is not just people looking for greener pasture anymore.
Anymore, yes. Is
The
now
one, right now, the world's so evil because everything's political. Like everything is happening around you is political. I don't
Because-
like that.
I used to imagine how they get
Those people.
those people and how they get the money
So
to leave their country
majority of the time, those wars are instigated and flights are sent there
to pick them.
the length of the Polish border.
Oh,
Here we
my
have
head.
a video of border guards arriving as illegal migrants have sown through. They have literally taken an electric saw and have cut down part of that border. The Polish border guard arrives within seconds. The border is incredibly well secured and well protected. Here you can see them. They're coming out of across the fence. They have breached the fence. They're coming across the fence. The border guard arrives. They're put on the ground. They're arrested and they will be deported. The Poles took the threat of illegal migration on the eastern border, which was orchestrated by Russia and Lukashenko's regime in Belarus, very seriously. There was actually one tragedy at the border. 21-year-old soldier Mateusz Sitek was stabbed through the border fence with a lance. It was an improvised lance, a sort of stick with a sharp piece of metal at the end. He was stabbed and he died a few days later in hospital. This was a terrible tragedy, and the Polish authorities responded by allowing the use of lethal force at the border to make sure that members of the Polish border guard, of the Polish army, are allowed to respond and enforce to the threat that they are faced with.
These
at the
people
border.
is more like terrorists at this point.
Yes, they are no longer
job.
immigrants, because what I know about people leaving their country and other countries for greener pasture is to work and obey the rules of the land, the foreign land they are going into. You can't go to a man's house and want to take it by force.
You've not went that you're causing havoc.
You've not, yes, because this one you are. Imagine if somebody coming to your house as a visitor.
Killed.
My God, when you are allowed in, what
Just
will
like
you
somebody
do?
coming to your house and the way the person is
You know
banging
what?
the door, boom, 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 you
You know
won't
what?
open.
Some kind of government that is really, that the head is not okay upstairs. They'll be like, anybody across to the border, you're illegal, you'll be shot.
But I feel like they should not open the border, allow those people to come in and then pack them and deport them, rather than
Also
Letting them to roam around
yeah,
the border.
It's true, actually, I have a point.
You have a point there.
Yeah, open the gate, they should enter.
Yeah, they should enter. At your
Once you're
entry,
entering-
there's a cargo waiting for you.
Back
Back
to
to
your
wherever
country.
you're coming from. I know that's another resource on his own, but I feel like it's going to cover out one or two.
To reduce them a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, to reduce.
So when they open the border, nobody will come inside again.
If you enter, you just take you,
Back
Right.
to where you are coming from.
because these people that with that fence they do, those people they are going to pull it down.
He said it now that they used the electric chainsaw to cut it down, and you see how they were trying to come in.
Creep inside. So now the whole go upgrade
So
inside
now
the
if you are
country.
coming in, where are you going to?
Where are you going to live?
How will you feed? How will you work in a country you are not permitted
Nobody,
and you're not allowed?
nobody is going to employ us. Nobody is employing you because you are not needed. So how will you feed? How will you? You just to roam about, steal.
Cause
Destroy-
havoc.
Yeah, destroy
Their
things.
intention is not to live with the rule of the country. Their intention is to come there and destroy whatever they've created for themselves, like the citizen has created. Their intention is to just come, cause problem, and
Disrupt.
Germans are claiming that the illegals that they are deporting, in accordance with Dublin regulation, have come to Germany illegally via Poland. And Poland, as the first safe member state that those migrants entered, should be handling their asylum claims as opposed to Germany. Now, let's go back in time.
They
In
came to
2015,
Poland and to
when
Germany.
Angela
So
Merkel
Germany
was the
brought
German
them back
chancellor,
to
she
Poland.
declared and
If that's the
invited
case,
millions of people from various North African and Middle Eastern countries to come and claim asylum and bypass Dublin regulation. That meant that they could cross through several European member states, enter Germany, and process their asylum claims in Germany. Now the Germans are tired of bypassing Dublin regulations, and they are now dumping illegal migrants in other European countries. Instead of dealing with the problem that they created themselves, they are offloading that problem to other countries, for instance, Poland. Now, liberal politicians for
come to
years have
Poland.
told us
Yeah,
that diversity
understanding
is
is
our
better.
greatest strength. If it is such a strength, why do the Germans not desire to keep this strength to themselves? Why is it that they are so generously sharing that strength with us in Poland? We don't want to
Emphasis
deal
on
with that
generously.
strength.
I'm
The
telling you.
reason is we have already
Already
observed
11,000.
some of the bountiful fruits of that strength. 24-year-old Klaudia, a Polish girl from Toruń, was brutally assaulted and later murdered, stabbed repeatedly with a knife by a 19-year-old irregular Venezuelan migrant. She died in hospital 2 weeks after that brutal stabbing. We also have this rather tragic video of an elderly security guard, a sort of parking valet, being brutally assaulted by an Uzbek Uber Eats driver. Why did the Uzbek assault this Polish elderly citizen? Because he told him he had parked his car wrongly. There's also this incredibly graphic video of an African migrant repeatedly assaulting a Pole right outside the main train station in Warsaw. The Poles are no longer just witnessing the West's migration policies fail. We have seen many videos, and the data is there confirming that Western societies are becoming more dangerous. Rape rates and sexual assault rates are going up.
Obserwujemy kraje zachodnie, no i jest to niepokojące, co tam się dzieje.
Czy w krajach skandynawskich, czy we Francji, wszyscy mówią, jest dramat. Te kraje już nie przypominają tych krajów, którymi były przed zalewem imigrantów.
So the Poles are no longer just watching from abroad what is happening in Western Europe after mass migration. They are now witnessing some of it on Poland's streets. That is why the response has been so strong. Many young men have headed to the border to protect the border and to attempt to enforce a sensible migration policy that our current Liberal government is refusing to implement.
My jako mieszkańcy nie możemy dopuścić do tego, żeby nasze dzieci, nasze żony, czy ktokolwiek z rodziny bał się wyjść na miasto. Czy to będzie w dzień, czy to będzie w nocy. Nie możemy dopuścić do tego, żebyśmy bali się we własnym mieście.
So the Poles have organized these grassroots movements to protect the border, and this has temporarily stopped the German policy of sending these migrants across the border from Germany to Poland. So the good news is that the Germans have finally woken up and realized that mass migration from vastly different cultures is probably not beneficial to their society or to their country.
Even
different cultures, and they don't want to blend into the culture they're meeting. They don't want to follow
They're
their
not
culture.
coming to join, they're coming to
take over.
to change the environment, change the culture. They feel like whatever culture they are coming with is better than
If
whatever
it's
they are
so
going
better to when you're
meet.
going to meet, why didn't you just stay in your country?
Exactly.
Like, if you love your country, the culture so much, stay in it. Like, don't leave. If you're not ready to change, don't leave. That's it. Simple.
You see this poor people are mindset. It is crazy.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
No, it's annoying.
Very, very,
I'm angry.
very, very annoying. I just can't imagine this happening to
Even
my
now,
country.
you can't help
Even now,
a
it's
poor
happening
person
now.
because of their mentality.
What do this?
Country they've built so well, so for a long time, yes, you just want to come and take and rip them of everything they have suffered for, their ancestors have worked for, just like that. Destroy their rich history.
Doesn't make sense.
How will you come and you assault a citizen? See the elderly citizen there, you are beating him. My children will come for
The
this.
tragedy is that they're trying to offload the responsibility of their acts and the responsibility of their previous government and administration and offload it on to countries such as Poland, who warned back in 2015 that this was not a good idea.
Yeah.
The full governments of the Visegrad Group, of Hungary, of
What were they
Poland,
even thinking when they were accepting those mass immigrants?
No, they thought they were doing the world a favor. They were doing good thing. They were being
Even
nice.
within families, over here in Africa, I'm so sorry. Even within families, there are some family members you don't accept
into your home, family
you don't
member,
take to
blood,
train.
but you
Not
can't
to
accept
talk of-
such an individual into your home.
Not to talk of
Somebody
different
from a
different-
very different culture with different upbringing,
Now
different
you're
way
taking your
of thinking.
problem to somebody else's door. You're not serious.
of Slovakia and of Czechia warned in 2015 and strongly opposed EU-enforced migrant quotas that were being proposed at the time.
The problem is not a European problem. The problem is a German problem.
Many politicians, especially
So it's not a
conservative
problem.
ones in this region, here in Central
You're the
Eastern
nice
Europe,
guys now, the good
warned
people.
the Germans that this would end in tears. Now the Germans are trying to offload that responsibility to Central and Eastern Europe and to other countries to share the burden of their mistake. We must push the Germans not to deport their illegal migrants to other EU countries to the detriment of those countries. We must urge Germany and other Western governments who have taken in numerous migrants, and especially illegal migrants, that these people must be returned to their homelands. That is
you.
the only sensible policy that the EU and EU countries can pursue.
Thank
But
you.
what's the aim of the Germans for bringing them to another country?
Most
If they
times,
so much love how they populate and how they are behaving in their country.
And also, if you truly want to help somebody, help the person in his home.
Yeah.
They can actually assist them in their home.
Build something for them.
Structures, jobs, whatever.
Yeah.
But not bringing them into your own culture. Knowing fully where the both of you have different
Bringing them to your
and
culture, you've already
reason.
glorified yourself. You took the whole gratitude of, okay, we have good and better that is able to listen to. Now you are dumping that problem. What about the
someone
glory
else.
you've received before? Because 2015, when Poland was saying no, Poland were the bad guys.
Yeah.
So now those bad guys are bringing the problem to them.
And this
Actually,
this
it's not
problem.
funny to me, the whole the way they choose everything. Like they said, they receive the glory and they're pushing the responsibility to somebody else.
Someone else.
And not just any person, the person that told you not
to.
Nah.
Migration
It doesn't
is
work that
not.
way.
Migration
If
is
you
not.
want me not to use razor, I use razor, I injure myself. What am I doing?
Migration to me is not a problem. Is not a bad thing, right? People move, but it should be legal.
Legal.
You have to be screened. You have to be checked before you move into another person's country. Like I would say, I cannot sit down and watch another set of people take my country.
Do you know why it's legal? Like legally, they will know the kind of person you are, how you think. They will screen you before they're like, okay, you are unable to come to
So why does Germany have embassies in all those countries?
Tell me.
If you just go and pack people.
If it's for cheap labor, because most of them say it's because of cheap labor.
I enjoy the labor
It should
now.
be earned.
I think they produce more for you to use. I beg, it's annoying. I'm sorry, I'm very upset. I'm really upset about this whole news. It does not make sense.
And you know what's crazy? I just found out in news like of recently that they will be dumping some, I think for the US, some illegal immigrants in our country as well. But I think our government is repealing it too.
Not in my country.
And this is immigrants manufactured.
They're humans.
That human being, they know from this. They know where they are coming from. What is stopping you?
Take them to where they are coming from. It's
The
that
problem
easy.
is they are not even bringing 1,000. They are bringing
11,000.
Do you know how plenty 11,000 is?
How large is the Poland population? How big is the Poland population
If
that you're
one
bringing?
man
That's
give
a
birth to
village.
2
Remember,
children.
I reacted to a village as the whole population was 3,000. So that means they will overpopulate the place now, like because Poland is kind of underpopulated, and this immigrant they can populate a place with a few time. Just give them a small time, like everybody will be roaming with them. So at this point, like you want to listen to the polls anymore.
Some people will be like, you too, you're an immigrant. That's I'm in my country.
Yeah, I'm in my country.
actually.
And if I have to go to Poland or any of
Legally.
the Western country, I'm going to go legally, not illegally. So everybody should point at that. If you want to go to another man's country, let it be legal. Migration is not a bad thing, but doing it the illegal way is a
bad
crime.
thing.
And yeah, it's
Because
bad.
actually you're not
It's
addicted
very
to society the way you're coming in. Because actually when they come in, there's no place to sleep. They'll be on the streets. That's not contributing to the society.
You sneaking
It's
through the
damaging
my question, those people sneaking through the borders, where are you going to?
Because for you to work, you need job like resident
Where will you
permits.
defecate? Where will you pee? Where will you bathe?
telling you.
Destroying the whole environment.
See you guys in our next reaction. Actually, this is a topic that if you want to sit on it, you can stay on it for days. Please drop your comment on the comment section and bye for now.